Introduction. Bob Bryar is widely recognized as the drummer of My Chemical Romance, MCR, a band that profoundly influenced the alternative rock scene. His time with MCR was marked by both exhilarating highs and personal struggles. After leaving the band in 2010, Bryar faced a range of challenges that many could relate to. These struggles are often amplified in the public eye, especially for someone in the music industry. However, if we analyze his story through the lens of Stoicism, we can see how the principles of this ancient philosophy could guide him and anyone facing similar difficulties to grow stronger through adversity, focus on inner peace, and ultimately pursue a life of virtue. Stoicism, a philosophy of resilience, control, and virtue. Stoicism, founded by Zeno of Citium around 300 BCE, emphasizes living in harmony with nature, virtue, and focusing on what we can control. The Stoic approach is not about avoiding emotions or challenges, but rather about accepting them with grace, using reason, and aligning oneself with the natural order of things. The key tenets of Stoicism include: virtue is the highest good. A life of virtue, including wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, is the ultimate goal. Stoics argue that external success and failure are not the true measures of happiness. What matters most is how we respond to life's circumstances. Self-control and emotional mastery. Stoics believe that we should control our emotions, recognizing that external events are beyond our control. Instead, it is our reaction to those events that defines us. The philosophy stresses emotional resilience, not suppressing feelings, but managing them rationally. Focus on what you can control. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. We cannot control other people, circumstances, or events, but we can control our actions, thoughts, and reactions. Bob Bryar's Personal Journey and Stoic Principles 1. Overcoming adversity with resilience. Bob Bryar's life, particularly after leaving My Chemical Romance, serves as a powerful example of Stoic resilience. His departure from the band in 2010 came after a period of personal and professional turmoil. The break was not only a professional turning point but also a personal challenge, as he dealt with health issues, public scrutiny, and the emotional toll of leaving the band that helped define his career. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, who experienced both personal and political challenges, often wrote about the importance of seeing obstacles as opportunities for growth. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius states, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This Stoic mindset encourages individuals to view obstacles as necessary for their personal development. Bob Bryar's ability to confront and overcome his struggles, whether they were health-related, emotional, or stemming from his departure from MCR, aligns with this Stoic principle. Bryar did not let his struggles define him or become an obstacle that prevented him from moving forward. Instead, much like a Stoic, he learned from his experiences and used them to better understand himself, ultimately shifting his focus to a more private, balanced life. 2. Practicing self-control in the face of public scrutiny. Fame can bring a tremendous amount of pressure, and for someone like Bob Bryar, who faced a very public departure from My Chemical Romance, this pressure was likely even more intense. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control the actions or opinions of others, we do have control over how we respond to them. Epictetus, one of Stoicism's most influential philosophers, wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is a vital principle in the Stoic philosophy, one that Bryar likely had to internalize during and after his time with the band. The public scrutiny that comes with fame can be overwhelming, and Stoicism offers a way to maintain peace of mind by focusing on one's own responses, not on external judgments. Bryar's decision to step away from the spotlight and focus on his personal life can be seen as an application of this Stoic wisdom. Instead of allowing external pressures to dictate his life, he chose a path that gave him control over his circumstances. This is a key Stoic approach: to retreat from distractions, calm the mind, and live a life focused on one's true values, not public approval. 3. Living a life of purpose and virtue. Another fundamental Stoic teaching is that true happiness comes not from external achievements or success, but from living a life of virtue. Virtue is living in accordance with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. A Stoic is someone who strives for moral excellence and purpose, regardless of external circumstances. After leaving My Chemical Romance, Bob Bryar could have pursued fame in other musical projects, but instead he chose a quieter path, focusing on his personal growth and mental health. This choice suggests that Bryar, like a Stoic, prioritized inner peace and virtue over external acclaim. It reflects the Stoic belief that happiness does not depend on fortune, fame, or external circumstances, but rather on cultivating an inner life of wisdom, self-control, and personal integrity. The concept of amor fati, love of fate. A significant Stoic idea is amor fati, the love of fate. This is the idea of accepting everything that happens in life, both good and bad, as part of the natural flow of the universe. Instead of resisting or resenting the challenges that arise, Stoics embrace them as essential to their development. For Bryar, the challenges he faced, including his departure from MCR and the battles with his health, were part of his personal journey. Instead of rejecting these events, Stoicism teaches us to love them because they shape who we are and lead us to a greater understanding of ourselves. Bryar's choice to focus on healing and recovery rather than clinging to the past aligns with this Stoic acceptance. Bob Bryar and Stoicism, a modern-day reflection. While Bob Bryar's experience is unique to him, it mirrors the Stoic journey of self-discovery and emotional mastery. In many ways, his life post My Chemical Romance has been a personal reflection of the Stoic philosophy: resilience in the face of personal and public adversity, control over his emotional reactions to external pressures, a focus on virtue and living according to his own values, not seeking validation from the external world. Amor fati, accepting his challenges as part of his life's unfolding story. By applying Stoic principles to his life, Bryar has shown that true peace and fulfillment come from within, not from external circumstances. His story is a reminder that no matter what we face in life, we always have the power to choose how we respond, to find meaning in suffering, and to live virtuously in pursuit of a fulfilling existence. Conclusion. Bob Bryar's journey after leaving My Chemical Romance is not just a story of a former rock star finding peace. It is a demonstration of Stoicism in action. His challenges were not easy, and like a Stoic, he turned them into opportunities for growth. By focusing on what he could control, accepting his fate, and prioritizing inner virtue over external validation,